unfortunately, they were bought by the UFC. And when the deal came down, I decided not to continue on and move on to the UFC, obviously. So I was approached by Fedor Emelianenko, Stadium's manager and owner of M1 Global, to come work for them. And I love Fedor. I've known Fedor a long time. I know him as a person, and I also know him as a fighter. So I said, sure. And I felt that Fedor needed a vehicle because the American audience doesn't really know Fedor, the person. You might see him as the fighter, but there's two totally different dynamics there. So what would be a great vehicle for him? I thought, it's hard to find competition for Fedor because he pretty much smashes everybody. So why not give someone else, give the average MMA fighter a chance to maybe fight Fedor? Because you never know. It's like we've been saying, the Rocky Challenge of our times, in that just the average Joe MMA fighter in the heavyweight division could earn a spot on the show. 16 guys will whittle it down to one, and that one guy will get the chance to fight Fedor. Is that a grand prize? Yeah, because you can make a name for yourself. If you did happen to beat Fedor, it would be huge. But as you know, mixed martial arts, anything can happen in an MMA fight. It's been proven time and time again. Anything. That's the beauty about mixed martial arts. You can go from the ground, stand up, back to the ground. Anything can happen. And why not give the average guy that trains that shot? I mean, there's a lot of fighters. There's always a better singer, actor, fighter. They need to be discovered. So how else are they going to be discovered? Give them a shot to fight the best. Maybe we'll get 8 great heavyweight fighters out of this. That's the goal, is to create other heavyweights and give them the world spotlight to get on the bigger shows with Affliction and M1 Global and move up the ranks a little quicker, because there's a lot of guys out there that are great fighters that don't ever get that break. Pretty shortly, we have some guys in mind. We're getting contacted by quite a few people. Some names you'd be surprised. I really can't talk about them now, but I'm getting calls from guys going, "Hey, I want to get on the show. I want to get on the show." So we have to whittle it down, but we're looking. So any guys that know how to get a hold of me or somebody inside M1 Global, and you think you want to get on the show, we have our website, m1mixedfight.com. Send an email there, because you never know. It's like MMA, American Idol, but not American Idol, International Idol. It's your chance. If you have some fights, you have a resume, whatever, send it. You may have that shot. I mean, you never know. It is a reality show, and the guys will be put in situations, because we're going to shoot in St. Petersburg, Russia, and Russia is beautiful. I've been there many times now, and especially St. Petersburg. When you go, the problem is because politics. Americans, I don't feel, really understand Russia or know the cities. St. Petersburg, I have a great time every time I go there. It's a great vacation destination. But most Americans don't know that. They would never think, you go to Russia, what are you, crazy? No, I love it over there. So this is a chance to show people what Russia's really like. The Russian people are great. Vadim and the people that work for him, and Red Devil and Fedor and his family and his staff, they're great. The Russian people are just like American people. Politics tend to get in the way at times, unfortunately, but this is a chance to show the American fans what Russia is really like. So I put these guys in situations to see how they handle it, because it's a very different atmosphere in Russia. Train with Fedor's coaches, and then the goal would be to bring in some other guys, maybe once a week. Some guys would fight on the main Affliction cards and things, to work out with the guys and give them an idea of, like, okay, how would you beat Fedor? If you brought Rob Lou, if you were going to fight Fedor, how would you beat? Guys like that. So yeah, there's a lot of different aspects of the show. Well, I'm sure at some point, a couple of weeks. I mean, obviously, at some point, Fedor would be removed from the mix towards the end, because obviously you don't want to give all your secrets away. But I don't know. If you're going to fight a guy, hey, it'd be great to train with him, because at least you might figure out, some tactics. Honestly, that depends on the network, their schedule. It'll air internationally. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of interest in the show, and that's why we're going to have international fighters in there, because the M1 Challenge is in about, I think it's 85 countries right now. So we already have interest from other countries for the show. So we would, pick some of the bigger markets and bring some fighters in from those markets to fight on the show.